Hey, what's up you guys? Matt Thibeau here with Savant Marketing Agency. And in this video, we're going to talk about 5 of the top most costly things that you could do with Google Ads. Now, if you're watching this right now and maybe you're trying to run your own Google Ads, or maybe you've run Google Ads in the past, or maybe you're watching this and you're thinking about running Google Ads and you're not really sure if it's for you or not. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can avoid so that when you do run Google Ads or the existing account that you have, you can make some changes to it to avoid making any of these costly mistakes. Now, I'm going to preface this video by saying that Google Ads is by far the most advanced advertising platform online. If you're trying to get leads for your contracting business, Google Ads is definitely the most advanced. It has the highest rate of return that you could possibly get, but also it is the most difficult to run simply because it's just so much more complex compared to something like Facebook ads. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more traps, so to speak, that you can fall into, and you can spend a lot of money on Google Ads if you don't know what you're doing and not get a lot back. So in this video, I'm going to lay out these 5 things that you should avoid if you're going to be setting up your own campaigns, or if you've got a campaign that's being managed by an ad agency. Maybe just take a look if these 5 things are actually being done properly, if maybe there's some room for improvement here. So let's jump right into things. I want to give you the first most costly mistake for Google Ads, and that's something called smart campaigns. Now, basically, what's important to understand is that these platforms like Facebook and Google and whatever, they're trying to make it super simple for anyone to go in and run ads. And so basically on Facebook, the campaigns where like the boosting feature, that is basically a dumbed down version of Facebook ads that uses AI to be able to set the ads up for you. And smart campaigns for Google Ads is the same exact thing. So if you log into your Google Ads account that you're running right now and it says like smart campaign, that's what you're running right now. And I'm going to tell you, do not run these kinds of campaigns. These kinds of campaigns are using Google's AI to basically set up all the keywords and manage it for you so that it requires very little management on your part. The problem with this, though, is that you are now spending money on a lot of different keywords that are costing you a lot of money and you have no idea that they are and you have no way of controlling it. It's basically like Google Ads on training wheels. You're much better off using actual Google Ads platform than using smart campaigns because you have so much more control. You can spend probably about 25% less or more depending on the setup, and you're going to get much better results. So at all costs, avoid smart campaigns, avoid using AI to set up your campaigns because it might be easy to set up and it might get you a little bit of results, but for the most part, you're wasting a lot of money and you're spending it on keywords and different terms that aren't even related to your business. So definitely want to avoid smart campaigns in the future. All right, so second mistake is bidding on expensive keywords. So let me finish this. So Google is very different than Facebook ads in the sense that you can't just say, okay, I want to spend $5 a day on Google ads. On Facebook, you could definitely say, okay, I want to spend $5 a day or $10 a day and throw a little bit of money into Facebook to put your ad in front of people. You can do that on Facebook. On Google, you can't do that. You can't just say, okay, I want to spend $5 a day and then type in a very expensive keyword that has a lot of competition, like, for example, bathroom renovations or floor refinishing. These are like all keywords that a bunch of competitors in your space want to bid on as well. And so if they are spending like $5,000 a month and you're coming in with $10 a day, which is like whatever, just like $300 a month or so, then you're not going to get much results for that because Google's going to see, okay, this person and this person are spending this much and they're willing to bid, 100 times more or 10x more than this person. Well, I'm just going to show the ad 10 times more, 100 times more than this person. And so you need to understand that if your budget is $5 a day or $10 a day, you cannot bid on those very competitive keywords. It's not happening. And so then you need to reevaluate in that case. Maybe Google Ads right now for my specific budget isn't a good fit, and I need to look at something like Facebook. So you need to be aware of what does it actually cost to have a click on that keyword. And you can figure this out with a keyword analysis tool where you literally just type in the keyword in your area and it can tell you like, hey, it costs $5 per click or $10 a click sometimes, maybe less, maybe more. So you need to understand what does it actually cost for those clicks, because if it costs $5 per click and your budget's $5 a day, you get one click in a day and that's it. So you're not going to get a lead, like you're not going to get a lot of leads for that budget. So you need to be aware that like if you're bidding on expensive keywords, you're pretty much just wasting your budget if you don't have enough of a budget to have like at least 10 clicks a day. So very important. If you're going to bid on expensive keywords, you need to have the right budget to do so. All right. So next one here is going to be just bad keywords in general. So like there's competitive keywords, but there's also just bad keywords in general. For example, let's say that you are a house painter and some of the keywords that are coming through that are triggering your ad is something like painting ideas or painting job, right? Like these are keywords that aren't necessarily related to your painting business, right? Like someone could be typing in like DIY painting crafts or something. And because the word painting is in there, it's going to trigger your ad. So now you're spending all this money on someone just searching for like painting ideas or a course or a job or crafts or whatever, or like painting furniture. It has nothing to do with what you want, right? And so you need to be able to constantly search in the search term tab and see like what terms are actually being triggered for what you're bidding on. And this is how you can waste a lot of money. Like if you aren't checking your keywords daily and checking to see if like you're bidding on garbage or not, then you could spend a lot of money on just these key terms that have nothing to do with your business. And that's why it's so important to be able to catch these quickly. Catch these quickly so then you can negative them in your Google Ads account and then not show up for it anymore, right? You only want to show up for the keywords that you're bidding on, right? So you need to be very aware of like what keywords are actually being bid on here. Okay, so now let's talk about extensions. So this is something that I've taught for a while. And if you don't know what extensions are, basically what extensions are on your Google Ads is you can add like a phone number under your Google ad, or you can add like a location under your Google ad, or a different like site link where it could say, hey, like check out our gallery, whatever. And basically what this is doing is it's expanding the size of your Google ad in the search results. So if you could imagine, if everybody is showing up as these little lines in Google, and then your ad shows up bigger, it has more real estate, that's exactly what extensions will do. So anytime that we're trying to increase the results of a campaign, we will add extensions on it because it just makes it bigger so people will see it more. However, if you put a bunch of extensions on an ad and you're running those extensions for a while, you need to see, okay, how many people are clicking on this extension and how many people are actually turning into a lead from that? Because if people are clicking on like a call extension a bunch of times, but those calls aren't going through, then obviously you're wasting your money, because if 50% of people who click the call extension don't actually go through with the call, then it's pointless to run it, right? Or if a bunch of people are clicking on like learn more about us on the call, on the extension on your Google ad, and they're not actually becoming a lead from there, then maybe that extension isn't worth having. So all this to say, ad extensions on your Google ads are really, really important if you're trying to have more real estate on the size of your ad and search results, but they could also end up wasting a lot of money if you see that they aren't leading to conversions. So you need to keep an eye on that and turn the ones off that aren't actually working for you. All right, moving on to one of my favorites to talk about, which is click fraud. And actually, 3, 4, 5, 6, we got 6 here. So I got an extra one for you after this. So let's talk about click fraud for a second. So something that not a lot of people know about Google Ads is that you're charged every time that someone clicks on your ad, right? But what Google doesn't really talk about is that some people will literally click on your ad just to waste your budget. Like if you have some fierce competitors in your local area, sometimes they'll literally just sit down every day and click on your ad. And what is that doing? That's costing you, $5, $10 every day. Boom, it starts to add up, right? And you can waste a lot of money on just spam or bot traffic or people who don't want to see you win and basically just click on your ad every single day. And this is called click fraud. There's actually negative SEO companies that are literally hired. They're called click farms, and they will be hired by other companies to go after your business and do negative SEO and click fraud. And so, long story short, what this means for you is you're running your Google ads, but you're spending a lot of money on these fake clicks. So you need to be very careful of click fraud. And how do you avoid it? Well, you have to use something called a click fraud protection software. And basically, there's a bunch of them out there. You can just Google it. We use PPC Shield for all of our clients. And basically what this will do is it will detect a certain number of clicks within a certain time frame, and it'll actually ban the IP address if it detects it as fraudulent. And this is how we're able to ensure that the only people who are clicking on your ad are actually real prospects searching for what it is that you offer. And you're not spending this money on like all these fraudulent types of clicks. This is really, really important because you can spend a lot of money on Google Ads and most of it be fake traffic. So you need to make sure that your account is protected by click fraud so that you can actually bid on the keywords and get real leads from people searching for what it is that you do. Very important. All right, so we got one bonus one here, apparently. So we got number 6, and my marker here is dying, so I'm going to grab another one. So we got number 6 here. Last but not least is you need to track all of your ads. You need to track everything, okay? So sometimes what we'll see is people will set up Google Ads and run it to their website, and they'll have no tracking set up whatsoever. Huge mistake, because if you're going to run Google Ads, you need to be able to see which ads and which keywords and which extensions and all these different aspects are actually leading to leads, and then which ones are leading nowhere. Because if you're running ads without having any tracking set up, then you're just wasting money. You're going to be spending a lot of money on different keywords that aren't even working and going into it basically blind. It would be like as if you go into a race with a blindfold on. You have no idea where you're going and you have no reference point of where you've been. And so it's really important to track all of your ads using Google Analytics. And this is just a simple code that you install on your site that allows Google to see what's going on your website. So then you can make better informed decisions about your ads and you're not just guessing. Because the worst thing that you can do with Google Ads is guess which keywords work and which don't. You're going to end up spending a lot of money. So I hope you found this video helpful. I got you these 5+1 tips on how you can avoid these costly mistakes in Google. Tomorrow, if you tune in, I'm going to give away a free Google ad sheet in our group here, Renovation Contractor Success. And it's all the notes that we took of when we hired a Google Ads consultant who was an ex-Google Ads employee. And I want to be able to show you everything that we found. We're going to talk about a lot of this stuff. And it's going to be more in-depth information that I think you're going to really like and find very helpful if you're trying to get your Google Ads to another level. So tune in tomorrow. Other than that, guys, I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.